Hey guys, it's Crypto Mastermind 786 here. It's been half an eternity since I've made a YouTube video and I kind of felt bad, so I thought I'd give you a bit of an update on how things are going with crypto and XRP specifically. Yeah, there's a lot of movement, although the price it's gone up a little bit, but it's not significant, it's not life-changing. So getting straight to the point, you're not going to get rich off XRP anytime soon. You will get rich off XRP, but probably not for another year, the way I see things going, unless you got a massive amount of XRP. But nonetheless, there's still significant developments in XRP and all those ISO 222 cryptos. There's some massive moves that are happening with all this institution. There's a lot going on, especially from the regulation side of things. We're starting to get stablecoin regulation with the United States. They call it the Genius Act. So they're starting to regulate stablecoins. So we're getting closer, but it's going to be a slow burner, unfortunately. That's why you're not rich off XRP yet, but you will be, but just not yet, or any of the payment cryptos, yeah, XRP, XLM, XDC, Algorand, Quant, all those ISO 222 cryptos. But nonetheless, there's still significant developments going on. Like even it's all, see, they don't want you to know about it, so they're keeping it quiet, and they want to suppress the price of it so that the banks and the institutions can accumulate the crypto while it's cheap, because they're not going to pay $10,000 for one XRP when they can get it for $2 or 50 cents or 20 cents per XRP. You know what I mean? And so we don't have full regulation yet, but we are making improvements, which is good. So that's great. From the tokenization perspective, we see a lot of institutions starting to tokenize on the blockchain, especially BlackRock. BlackRock is starting to put more assets on the blockchain. BlackRock, they have a tokenized fund. It's called BUIDL, BUIDL, BUIDL. That's like the world's largest tokenized fund, and we know BlackRock is one of the biggest. It is the biggest investment management firm in the world. They got trillions of dollars in assets, and they're already tokenizing assets on the blockchain, which I think is that's a good start, because I think currently we only have about 21 billion in tokenized assets, RWA assets on the blockchain, real world assets like real estate, stocks, fixed income bonds, gold, silver, farmland. So these are all slowly going to be tokenized on the blockchain, which is great, because that's what's going to drive the value of XRP up. So these are the reasons why XRP hasn't truly taken off yet. We're only just getting warmed up. Tokenized stocks, we're starting to see that some of the exchanges are starting to offer tokenized stocks to their customers in Europe. There is one company, let me have a look. Okay, Kraken. So the crypto exchange Kraken, they're starting to allow tokenized assets for retail investors. I think that's in Europe only. Okay, another big one, JP Morgan, one of the biggest banks in the world. They're starting to tokenize carbon credits on the blockchain. Yeah, so there's a lot going on. There's another one, I think, I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, a lot going on. I think Gemini. I think Gemini is another one. They're gonna start doing tokenized stocks on their platform. And Kraken alone, they're like one of the biggest exchanges in the world after Binance. So this is a big thing, you know. And once all the other exchanges start doing it, it's just gonna get bigger and bigger. So we are making improvements. They are every day they're starting to slowly tokenize more and more assets on the blockchain, but we're still quite early in the in the adoption phase, to speak. But I mean that's where the opportunity is, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I know it sucks waiting, but it is what it is. Let me see if I got some other news that I can tell you. I got a whole sheet of notes here. Another good crypto you guys are gonna want to buy. I will. I think I've covered the fundamentals with XRP and stuff like that, you know, for the most part. Oh, okay, here's another good one. So there's some word that the SEC, they're planning to expedite ETF approval times for crypto ETFs from 8 months to 2 months. In other words, it takes what it's gonna there's gonna be more ETFs getting approved, crypto ETFs. The SEC is gonna approve more ETFs in a quarter of the time that it would normally take. It would normally take them 8 months. Now they're gonna do it in 2 months. I mean that alone, that's gonna drive up the value of XRP a lot, like, you know, or just in general all these payment cryptos, you know what I mean? It's institutional adoption at the end of the day, you know. This does take time, but we will get there. So while I'm here, I will cover some other good cryptos that you want to get. HBAR, that's another very good crypto to buy. Hedera Hashgraph, buy that. Not financial advice, but I would seriously, if you don't have Hedera Hashgraph, I'd certainly recommend that you get some HBAR, because that thing is going to skyrocket. Not only is it an ISO 222 compliant crypto, just like XRP is, HBAR and XRP, HBAR and Ripple are working together. They have a partnership. So that alone is great. HBAR's got some massive partnerships. They got a governing council. I think they got about 20 members. And among those members are big, massive corporations like Microsoft, DBS Bank in Singapore, Boeing. These are massive firms, you know, that are invested in HBAR. And also, not many people know that HBAR is got a partnership with a company called Seals SQ. That's like a quantum resistant hardware company. So basically, as we move into the new world order, if you want to call it, or the new digital revolution, they will be starting to have quantum computer hacks. So now all these firms and companies, they need to have their businesses and hardware quantum resistant. So that's where the company Seals SQ comes in. So if you want to buy the stock Seals SQ, that's another good one to have a look at. So Seal SQ, SEAL and then SQ. It's listed on the Nasdaq stock market. So if you want a bit of exposure to that, you can get that. They have a crypto coming out soon, Seal Coin. You can buy it now, but it's really hard to. So for simplicity's sake, I'm not going to cover that. But you can... so Seals SQ, they got a partnership with HBAR. So this is a massive development. This is exactly why I tell you to have a look at buying H bar, because I know it's gonna skyrocket, you know. It's got plenty of use case, and it's gonna be used with this quantum assistant company, Seal SQ. So that's a massive development. So COSQ will do the quantum assistant hardware side of it, and then HBAR will do like the blockchain and the software side of things. You see, that's how that partnership kind of works. Another good crypto to have a look at is Kyber Network Crystal. The ticker symbol is KNC. KNC. Kennedy Neutral China. KNC. That's another good crypto to buy. Have a look at that. It's not expensive. It's a good, solid, reputable crypto, and they're partnered with HBAR too, um, and they'll be working with Seals SQ as well. So that's another good crypto if you want to add to your portfolio. I'll cover some good cryptos that you might want to have a look at. You know, just besides XRP, Centrifuge. CFG, the ticker symbol, AI Tech, Solidus, I think that's the name of the ticker symbol, SOLIDUS, Telcoin, TELCOIN, Elgran, that's another good one you want to buy, Redstone, FET, yeah, that's a AI crypto, I think it is. That's a couple of good ones for you. Feedback Network, ZEBEC, and then network, Feedback Network. You can have a look at Velo, VELO. You might not be able to find some of these cryptos on the traditional exchanges. So you might have to sign up to a couple of exchanges to buy them, because your exchange might not have them. That's a good one. There's another one. It's called Bank Social. This is a hard one to get, but it's very cheap. It's gone up a bit, but I would seriously consider having a look at Bank Social. So maybe go on your CoinGecko and type in Bank Social. I think the ticker symbol is BCL. You will need to install a third-party wallet called Hashpack, and then you'll be able to buy your Bank Social through there. Because that's early, that it hasn't even hit the main exchanges yet, and that's got some good solid utility to it. So I'd highly recommend you look at that. The reason why I'm telling you this is just so you can diversify a little bit your crypto portfolio, and so that we don't have to wait half an eternity to make money off this XRP, because it's just exhausting waiting years and years and years, and then this damn crypto's not doing anything. So we might start doing some trading. That's why I've been giving you a few options. You know, we can do some trades and stuff. You know, make a little bit of money while we wait for XRP to truly take off. But first, I'd say focus on the main fundamental cryptos: XRP, XDC. You definitely want that. XLM. HBAR, Algorand, maybe a bit of IOTA. Those are your foundation. You want that first, and then you can do a little bit of trading. You can play with the smaller cap coins. You know, higher risk, higher reward, but they're still good quality crypto. So even if they tank in value, you can still hold it long term, and the value of it will still skyrocket. You might just have to wait a little bit longer. You know, you can just pump it and dump it, you know, maybe 100x or 10x your money, you know, and then you sell some of it, and then you buy another one, and you can build your portfolio up, you know. But now's not the time to be doing staking or anything like that. So I'd highly recommend against staking at this time, because it's very dangerous. We haven't got regulations yet, and especially with the rise of quantum computing and AI and stuff, I wouldn't recommend it at this stage. Once we get regulations and when the time is safe, I'll make a video on how to do staking and stuff like that, and get a little bit of yield on our crypto. But now ain't the time for that. So anyway, I'm going to leave the video at that. So hopefully you learned something. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. Please like and subscribe, would be deeply appreciated, because YouTube keep jamming up my channel. So anyway, Crypto Mastermind 786 out. Peace.